Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is gonna be a sort of get ready with me in collaboration with Nona, and I'm gonna of course leave her channel in the description box down below. Nona is a fellow YouTuber and I found her a couple maybe months ago, I think. What's with my voice? I sound like an old woman. A couple months ago, I think, after my collaboration with Sandra from Classic Cake Cosmetics, I think that's how we met. Because suddenly she was there, suddenly she started to be in my comment section all the time, and I saw her also subsequently doing collabs with other people that I'm watching. So then I figured, okay, so she has a YouTube channel, and then I went there and watched her too. And listen, this is the next installment of my Conquest of Kindness, because I asked Nona if we can do a collaboration, and she was kind enough to say yes, and to say yes, let's do a collaboration. So the theme for today is a destination makeup, and that is I have done a look according to a painting so far. I have not done a video for destination. So we thought, okay, so what are we gonna do? I was thinking the first thing where I would want to go, if I could drop everything, is Ireland. Forever I have wanted to go to Ireland. So this is what I sent her. I sent her a picture. You have to go, of course, to her video, which she's gonna release today, and see which picture I chose for her. So anyway, so I chose Ireland for her, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit more while I'm doing the makeup why that is. And then she came back and she said, this is insane, because I wanted to choose Ireland for you too. So we both have Ireland. We have, of course, different pictures. So mine looks like this. Okay, so let me just pull this up for me too so I can see it as well. So you see, of course, a lot of light blue in the house, and also in the sky you see a lot of green, and then we have those bright shades of the houses. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the red for the lips, and I'm going to leave the orangey peachy color of the houses for my cheeks. And what I'm going to do is probably that I'm going to take the green and the blue. I know it sounds like the easy way out, but there's you know, from experience, the more I try to pack every color into the eye look, the more it stands to fail, you know? So I don't want to set myself up for failure. So I'm going to do a look that is blue and white, probably somehow. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do this. And green, and that's it. Maybe a little bit of yellow, because they are like hues of yellow also. Let's see what happens. Let's just zoom in, and then we can start working and maybe chat a little bit more. Okay, sweeties, this is gonna be a Pinky Rose Cosmetics special, because I love to do one brand looks, as you know, and I'm just pulled out all my 4 Pinky Rose Cosmetics palettes, because I was actually thinking to do it all with certified shades, because of course they also have a wide range of things that I can work with, but there are very little shimmer shades in those palettes. So that's why I then switched over to Pinky Rose Cosmetics, and I think the plan is to do a crease that is not super dark blue, but sort of a medium blue, maybe, if I can find one. This seems to be the perfect blue for me, this one right here, but I think that is a shimmer. Is that a shimmer? It is so a shimmer. So I'd rather not use that for my crease if I don't have to. Let's see if I can find anything else. Am I setting myself up for something here? Oh no. All right, you know what? We're gonna do it differently. I'm going to use, this is also a shimmer. What am I doing? Sweeties, help. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the Exotic Peacock palette, and I'm going to take this shade here, which is Truth. It is a little bit too dark for what I was thinking, but I'm gonna try. And then maybe blend it out with this blue shade, the light blue shade from the Bright Lights palette. Blend it out with this one, and then I'm gonna go into this green, because totally I'm going to use that green. And then at the inner part of the crease, I want to use that yellow, so we get this taken care of. And then for the shimmers, I'm going to tell you when we get there. Okay, so let's just go in with the Exotic Peacock palette with the shade Truth. this one that I just showed you, and I'm gonna try to keep this sort of a bit light-handed, a bit, don't keep your hopes up. Yeah, okay, so let's just try to do that. Okay, maybe you can see that there is not so much pigmentation, but that is not because the palettes are not pigmented. They are super, super high pigmented, but I'm trying to be super, super careful because I don't want this to be a super dark blue look, because you saw in the picture there are no real like dark blues in this picture. So that's why I'm super, super light-handed, and I'm also not putting a lot of product on my brush because for that reason, obviously. Okay, because I really want to have this as close to the picture as possible, which is so funny because you know what, I have not seen, maybe I've not looked close enough, because usually the pictures that I pull up when I look at Scotland, Scottish heritage, no, at Ireland of course, I always go for those nature pictures that are like super green meadows and all of this, because I crave this so much. I so badly want to go there and see all this. I don't know. So anyway, this is the most colorful picture of Scotland that I've ever seen that she chose for me. So thank you, Nona. Anyway, so let me tell you why I'm so obsessed is the wrong word, but I'm just gonna use it anyway, with Ireland, and I have been for the longest time. And actually one of my nieces just went to Ireland a couple weeks ago, and I was so jealous, seriously. So I want to go to Ireland ever since I was a teenager, and if you're not super young like me, then you maybe remember, I think it was in 1994, story time, there was a video or like a short, like a mini series that was called Scarlet. It was the story of Scarlett O'Hara and Red Butler, and I had those videos back then. We were still watching videos like cavemen, right? All right, I'm gonna go into the Bright Lights palette, and I'm going to use the same brush with this shade, which is called Cloud, which is so fitting, you know, sort of feels fitting. All right. So I had those videos and I watched them up and down and up and down, and I'm so in love with these kinds of videos, you know, like period movies with beautiful clothes and the nature settings and the drama and the love and the gentlemen and the beautiful women and the anyway. You get where I'm going. Yeah, so that was my reasoning behind this. And ever since, you know, when she left America, Scarlett, when she was pregnant and she didn't want Red Butler to know, and she left for Ireland because she needed to get away, and she wanted to also reclaim her not inheritance, what's it called? You know, what really belongs to her. What was it called? O'Hara, Body Hara, something like this. You know, her whole castle or whatever it's called. It was so beautiful when she took the coach. Does one say the coach? A coach to that castle, and one sees the beautiful landscape and everything, and then this beautiful mystical castle and beautiful. Anyway, so I was gone. I was absolutely in love with this, and this is when I decided I need to go there. Then the next scene in the movie is not the next scene in the movie, but the next thing that I absolutely made me want to go to Ireland is the horse markets. Because I love horses. If you don't know, I had 4 horses before I left Germany, and I sold them in order to come here, because that was obviously where my path was leading me, and I couldn't take them along. And anyway, they were costing too much money at that point. But I love horses. I'm very good at horseback riding, or at least I used to be. I haven't done it for years and years. My husband is too scared to let me on a horse now. Since if something happens to you, I cannot live alone. So anyway, so that is that. I was very good. I was in competitions, horseback riding competitions and things like this. So I love horses, and I know you know, a bit about horses. So that is another reason that this is something that I wanted to experience, a horse market, a traditional Irish horse market. Even if I can't buy anything, just to be there and to check out horses. You know, I love horses. I love the smell of horses. I love the way they look, the elegance, the beauty in it all. Yeah, so that is the other thing. Yeah, so that is of course the reasons why I chose Ireland, and ever since I wanted to go there. Now, of course, this summer when we found out that I'm a descendant of Scottish royalty, yes, I also want to go to Scotland. Totally. Maybe I can reclaim my castle. Ooh, I could be like Scarlet. Do I have to be pregnant for this? That's not happening. Anyways, yeah, so sweeties, I'm just having fun. You realize that, right? Okay, so this is maybe a little bit like the color that it's going to be. I still have to blend a little bit more, obviously, but let's leave it for now and just move on, because I'm itching to go into the green. We need green in this look because it's the green island. You know, when I grew up, there was a butter commercial in Germany. It was about Irish butter, and they showed landscape with like cows grazing in this beautiful setting, and so that is already also a moment when I thought this is such a beautiful, magical place. So anyway, all of those reasons and a couple more are the reasons why I chose Ireland for Nona. And this looks so fun. And yes, and the other thing that I needed to tell you is that Nona told me that she has Irish heritage. What were the chances? Seriously, I don't know. Yeah, so that is so cool. I'm so jealous. Actually, you know what? Scottish is not bad either, right? It's nothing to sneeze at either. So okay. Anyway, so that is what we're doing here, and then I'm just gonna go and put some yellow at the inner part of my crease. And again, right now I'm just placing the colors in order to get an idea of what I'm doing, because sometimes I'm not sure that I know. Let's do that. Let's just get another small brush, and I'm gonna take this yellow here, which is called Lit, and I'm going to pack that at the inner part of my crease. Okay, so I think I'm gonna build up that blue a little bit, which is gonna be tricky because building it up with two shades, like mixing two shades, is not easy. I'm gonna have to like work a little bit on this, but that's what I'm gonna have to do. I think this yellow would be spectacular if I would have it on a white eyeshadow base. Now, because it's not close to my skin color, that's not right, but the yellow is of course a very light shade, but I still think that it shows up nicely, even though it's not on a white eyeshadow base. I think you can see that they all perform really, really nice. And again, with the blue, I'm just really trying to go in with a very light hand, because it is a super, super tricky thing to mix, especially it's blues, because blues are tricky anyway, and also because it's just two shades. Mixing two shades on the skin is hard. So let's face it. All right, so I'm gonna work a little bit still on the blending and perfection, and then I'm gonna come back and then we're gonna do the eyelid. Okay, so this is how it looks now. It took me 13 minutes to blend this. so I can say that I'm okay with it. Really, that I'm okay with it. So maybe here a little bit more. I can always blend a tiny little bit more. Anyway, so what we're going to do now is, I think I'm going to use the yellow out of which one? Out of the Obsessed palette, because that is a spectacular yellow highlighter. Not highlighter, but I couldn't use that for an inner corner highlight to sort of, you know, vibe with the whole yellow thing in the crease. So I'm going to save that though for a little bit later. What I want to do next is, where is that shade now? It's when you have so many palettes in front of you, seriously. Okay, the next thing is the 80s Baby palette. I'm gonna go into the shade Dreamer, this one, and that is what's gonna be at the inner part of my crease. And then I'm gonna show you what else we do. Wait, let me just pick this up. There's also another light blue shade, which is this Virgo, but I think that is maybe a little bit, it has a lot of white in it. So I want to have something that is a little bit more bright in the sense of sky, you know? All right, so I'm gonna spray my brush, and then we're just gonna see how, yes. All right, so I'm so excited to watch what Nona is doing with the picture that I sent to her. Let's talk about Nona a little bit while we are at it. I just want to say, first of all, I love that she's always there. She's one of those people, and I have a couple of you who are always here. I can count on you being here in the comment section, and I know that you guys are watching me, and that is, for me, you have no idea what that does to me, you know? It is wonderful. It's such a sign of support and love, and I don't even know what to say, because it's the most wonderful feeling. So she is one of those amazing people who is always there and supportive, and I do try to watch everything she does, because I also want to support her channel. Though I do not watch anything that is Halloween related. So there has been a lot Halloween related and Halloween collaborations, so I'm not watching this. There's like things that I just don't watch. You know, there is like when Jeffree Star is featured in a I don't know, a review, a palette of him or something, I'm not gonna watch it, even though I do support the channel. And also like Halloween and spooky stuff, it's just not for me, it's not part of my life, so I'm not going there. Anyway, so wow, this is so cool. I love this so bad. Okay, so this is how we're gonna leave it for now. And now I think I'm just gonna, in order to save some brushes, because I have already so many brushes to wash here, I'm gonna use that green brush, the one from the green shade here in the crease, and I'm going to just swipe it off a tiny little bit, and I'm gonna go into the Exotic Peacock palette again and use this shade Provocative, and that's what I'm gonna put right here in the middle of the lid. This is such a beautiful green. Does it look like Ireland? Does it? I don't know. I can't say. Well, certainly we're using colors that were in the picture, so that's already a good thing. Anyway, so back to Nona. I really do feel like she is one of the most courageous people that I know, and the most loving and giving people that I know. I mean, not no, because I have not met her, but just from the way she is, you know. She is also so funny, you know. The other day, she does not edit her videos. She films it, it is what it is, and that is so courageous. You have no idea how much I'm cutting out because I'm not courageous, you know. I'm not super editing my videos either, because I have no abilities, like computer knowledge wise, you know. I don't, absolutely not. I'm so glad that what I do is working for me. But listen, she was doing, I think she was doing a makeup look the other day, and while she was doing it, her camera just tumbled over from wherever it was standing, and you could see the whole thing spinning through the air. Like, you could see that, like, it was so funny. And she apologized. She was, you know, you guys, you know, I'm not editing, so, you know. And I was laughing so hard, not at her, but that she was so cool about it. I would be shocked, and I would be, what are we gonna do now? And I would probably try to refilm that whole segment or something like this, but she was so cool about it, and it made me feel so good, because I love when people are relaxed and normal, because apparently I'm not quite there yet. I'm trying. Anyway, so that was really, really sweet. And again, I really do love it when people are just relaxed and normal, without having this super crazy anxiety that I always have. I don't know, I look up to these kinds of people, you know. I think she is super, super courageous. So when I grow up, I want to be like that. I want to be courageous. But maybe, considering that I have to take my daughter, one of my daughters today, to a doctor's appointment, Yeah, that's how I'm gonna look today, and we're not finished, so let's just see. So maybe I'm a little bit courageous too, in my own right. Okay, I'm just gonna maybe drag this blue a little bit more up, like this, just to blend it into the green a little bit more. Something like that. And then I think I'm going to, maybe I should do that with my fingers. I always feel like the blending out towards the mattes here always works better using my fingers, even though I don't like to do it that much, because I really like to have precise application, and using fingers you don't have that, but it might be good enough, I hope. Okay, so now just to create a little bit more depth, and maybe you have noticed that I have done that already, I have placed a little bit more of the dark blue here at the outer V of the lid. So I just want to back that up a little bit with which shade was that? The Truth shade from the Peacock Exotic Peacock palette, even though there is also this one which is super beautiful, but I think I'm not gonna take it much darker than what I'm doing already. I just want this to have a little bit more depth at the outer corner, because that's just, I think, a very flattering thing. So I'm just dabbing that on here, and yeah, and then we're gonna see what happens. So I'm going to do my face, the rest of my face. I'm going to do eyeliner, and I'm going to put on some falsies and all of that. And if you're interested in my foundation routine, I have already a video up on my channel, because I usually do not do that on camera. So if you're interested, it's there, you'll find it. And then I'm gonna come back and we'll do the lower lash line and finish up the look. Okay, my lovelies, this is how it looks now. I think it is coming nicely together. I always feel like this when the second an eyeliner is on. Forget the lashes and the mascara, but just the eyeliner is already doing the trick. I don't know, that's how I feel. So I did put a green on my lower waterline, which is from Il Maquillage, the shade Lime. It's gonna be in the description box because it's too small for me to show into the camera. So now, because I'm pulling some of the shades from the picture also into my face instead of just the eyes, that's why I'm including this now in the video. Otherwise I would have done it off camera. Okay, so I have done contour and I have done bronzer because that's just browns. So now for the cheeks, I'm going to use this blush from Laura Geller, which is called the, what's it called? Tropic Hues. And I think this is a little bit, you know, the peachy kind of shades that were in the houses, even though they were leaning a little bit more maybe to the champagne, but that's what we're gonna do with a highlighter. So I hope this is a good compromise. And so I'm gonna put this on here, and I got this from my best friend because she decluttered it, and I'm so happy to have it because it's one of my favorite blushes. It's so beautiful. It is not super, like, it's not a boom boom kind of a blush, but that is really when I have a super colorful, impactful eye look. I really love to use this blush because it's there and it does not how do you say that? It does not add weight to the look, you know what I mean? So that's what we're doing today. I'm just gonna put this on, and then for the highlighter I'm actually going to use a blush palette. I'm going to use a blush palette that I got from one of my subscribers, Hadassah. Thank you so much. It's the blush palette from Revolution, the Golden Sugar number 2, I think. Yeah, Golden Sugar 2. Let me just finish this, because I'm telling you, most of those shadows in there are a little bit too light for my liking as blushes, but this palette is spectacular as highlighters. I love them. All those last days now, which doesn't mean anything to you, but all my last days where I've been doing makeup on and off camera, I've been using this palette as a highlighter palette. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to show that to you in a second. Are we sufficiently blended? Maybe yes. Okay, so this is the palette. Excuse all the fingerprints. It's just the way it is. So this is how the palette looks. It has those 2 mattes here, and then it has those 6 shimmers. So the only thing that I could use for blush is probably this one and this one. And what I'm going to use today for highlighter is this. Even those I'm using for highlighters, and they're super, super beautiful. I highly recommend it. Let me just get the right brush. So I'm going to use, as as I just showed you, this champagne kind of a shade here as a highlighter. And then I think we have all the shadows covered. We just have to, the colors, I mean, the colors from the picture, just that I still have to add the red on my lips, and I think that is it. You see that? Yeah, beautiful. Love it so much, and I'm enjoying this palette like you wouldn't believe. And you know what, again, this is a brand that is not expensive, but they have such good stuff, seriously. And for me it is pretty accessible because Europe is so much closer to me than America, so for me this is perfect, you know. I wish we had really something local, like a real local brand. I wish. Maybe I have to start one. Anyway, so we're gonna pile this on a little bit because why not? Okay, so now I'm just gonna find a super red lipstick, and then, oh no, wait, we have to do, of course, the lower lash line. I almost forgot. Wait, I wanted to also do this inner corner highlight that I showed you. This is the Obsessed palette, and I wanted to use this yellow shimmer, which is called Stay Golden. Should really be called Stay Yellow. Anyway, so let me just spray my brush, and then let's just like drop a drop of that Stay Golden here at the inner corner. Yeah. Really nice. Okay, so that is that. And then for the lower lash line, for under the lower lash line, I think I'm gonna go with green, because really what symbolizes Ireland for me more than anything else is greens. And I have something black here. I have to just try to get that off. Okay. So I think I'm gonna go in, actually, you know what? Should I? Because now I put the green on my waterline, and maybe that's not even such a smart move. You know what? Before I go in with the green, I'm gonna go in which palette was that now? Not here. It's in the Exotic Peacock palette. This super dark blue that I showed you before that I ended up not using for the outer V. So I'm going to pick that up on an angled brush. Where is it? Here. I'm gonna put that on an angled brush, and then I'm just going to sort of stamp it under my lashes and then blend it out with the green. I think that's what we're gonna do. Just to make a difference between the green eyeliner pencil. Yeah. Okay, like this. So now you just have to forgive me because I know that this shadow is not, or this color is not in the picture, but I'm gonna just take some artistic freedom, if that's okay. Yeah, and then on this side too as well, of course, and then I'm going to blend it out with the same green that we have here in the middle of the crease, sort of. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the Bright Lights palette, which is this green that we used, as I just said, in the middle of the crease, and packing this on a packing brush. And then I'm just going to try to blend this out like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish this off, and I'm gonna find a super red lipstick, hopefully, in order to, you know, the red houses that we saw there, so we need some red. I'm going to find that, and then I'm gonna come back with the finished look. Okay, what are we thinking? I don't think I've ever had lips like this. I'm so not good at this. You can see I'm actually lips, not my stronghold at all. I really want to get into it, and I do start to enjoy like bright colors and darker colors and everything. It's just I'm not the best at applying it on myself. If I can see it on a client like right in front of me and I stand in front of it, that's so much easier for me, but for myself I have such a hard time. So if this is a little bit lopsided, which it is, sorry. Yeah, okay, it is what it is. So let's just look at the picture. No, let's zoom out a little bit, and then we can look at the picture again and see if we have all the colors. Okay, so we have light blue, check. We have red, check. We have orange, check. We have the yellow, check. We have greens. Did I say green already? So we have all of that. We don't have the white. Sorry. We don't have the white of the clouds, but that is it. I think we did okay overall. Yeah, so instead of the white, I pulled in the dark blue, which, you know, anyway. So that is it for today. I think I had a lot of fun, and thank you so much, Nona, for collaborating with me. This was so much fun, and I'm so excited to see what you're doing, because when you guys are watching this, I'm going to watch her video, and I highly suggest that you do that too. So anyway, go check out her channel, and if you're new here, then also please subscribe to me, or subscribe to Nona, or just come back, whatever, you know. It's a very happy place here, and I just want to promote kindness in the YouTube community, where there is no judgment, where there is no jealousy, where there is just, we all have our place and we all have our audience, and that is a very, very important thing for me, because for me personally, it took me quite some time to realize that too, you know, because I was always like, nobody's gonna watch me, nobody's gonna want to see me, you know. There is an audience for everybody, and that is a beautiful thing, and I just want to promote that and just spread kindness. So thank you again, dear Nona. I'm so glad to have you in my life, because you are such a kind soul, and I send all my blessings to you. And besides that, for all of you here who watch this, please let me know in the comment section what you think, and go to Nona and drop some kindness. Does one say that? Drop some kindness, share some kindness there too. And then I'll see you here next time for my next video, which is gonna be next week. And subscribe, I said already, and then I'm gonna see you here, and go ahead and sparkle and have some fun with colors or without, whatever you want to do. I love you so much, and hugs and kisses. Bye.